All right, hello everyone, and welcome once again to Wizard World Virtual Experiences as the crowd emojis wildly. Let me see all those emojis out there. Show me those thumbs up. Show me those hearts. Anything that you can find on Twitch and or YouTube. We are streaming this show completely free and completely live to the comfort and safety of every home. This is Wiz Quiz. We play this most Thursdays, although my Wiz Quiz regs and my fam will say, hey, we missed you for 2 weeks, Mike. That's because we were trying out some new programming, so we took a little break. But we are back with nerdy trivia, everybody. It's you play individual, 50 questions, 50 minutes, 20 points a question. So a lot of points on the board. Slower, faster you answer, the more points you get. At the end of time, we will total up all the points. You'll see the leaderboard throughout the evening. And first place will get 3, count them, 3 signed autographs. Second place will get 2. And third place will get 1 signed auto from the Wizard World Vault. That's wizardworldvault.com. Head there if you'd like to get your own signed memorabilia and works of art from our artists and vendors. So check that out at wizardworldvault.com. We also have a random place prize, which was a lot of fun last time. We gave it to last place. Last place gifted it to like 15th place. So we'll see what happens tonight. So first, second, third, and random place get points or get prizes. Everyone else gets points and just has a lot of fun. This is completely free to play. I see some people chatting already. Brian Jeffries, Christy, Michelle Dunn asking about signups. Unfortunately, just due to the nature of having to sign up for the app and also having to get into Zoom and not having people Zoom bomb, we do have to cut off registrations about an hour beforehand. So it's okay. We're here every week, except for next week when Last Fan Standing happens with Bruce Campbell, which I'll talk a little bit more about later. But feel free to play in the chat. Tiffany Devine is watching. Who else we got out there? Shout out where you're watching from, what state, what country, and I'll give you a little shout out in a second. But speaking of where people are from, we've got people playing tonight from Flint, Michigan, Maryland, Illinois, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Philly, Texas, Quebec, Michigan again, a lot of Michigan in the house, Illinois, Wisconsin again, Manhattan, NYC, Michigan, 2 more Michigans in the house. Everyone is hanging out. So please welcome Iran. Oh man, we have Tony D playing from Iran, everybody. So please welcome to the virtual stage your Wiz Quiz players for tonight. Let's see them, everybody. Give them a big round of applause.
Right.
Hello.
Oh man, Iran is in the house. That's so cool. Where's Tony D at? I think Tony D is playing behind the screen.
Cool.
But we also have people watching. Beck is watching from Australia. Christy is watching from Missouri. Pennsylvania, a lot of swing states out there watching. Chandler, Arizona, places like that. Hey, we know there's a big thing going on in the U.S. right now, but this is going to be a nice little break for the evening, okay? There are some presidential history questions, all right, to stay in kind of thematically, but we are not going to be talking or addressing anything having to do with the current election. So shout out to everybody who got out there and voted. Let the process play out. We'll see what happens. But again, from this point forward, it's Wiz Quiz time. There will be some presidential history questions, though. So if you're a presidential history buff, get ready for a few in those in there. Also, there's movies, books, board games, video games, history, science, all of our favorite nerdy topics. Some of the questions have to do with particular Wizard World virtual experiences that either just happened or are happening this weekend. So that is always a clue. You can always study up on our schedule and see what's going on. Let's get all the people up on the screen so folks can see just how many people are playing. Whew, we got a bunch of people today. All right, like I said, 50 questions, 50 minutes, 20 seconds to answer each question. You start off at 20 points. The slower you answer, the less points you get. But be careful, because if you get the answer wrong, you get 0 points, everybody. That's how it works. I'm going to put myself over in the first place position because I can manipulate the board, and we'll go first, second, and third at various points throughout the evening. Wiz Quiz players, you guys ready to rock this? What do you think?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Bring it
All
on,
right.
people.
As always, I like it. I like some gentle smack talk. It's always encouraged. As always, we always start off with a sample question just to make sure we're all on the same page. Because while this this program works seamlessly 99% of the time, there's always a good 1% where everything just fails miserably. So here we go. I'm going to start a fake countdown. So all the Wiz Quiz players on your screen right now, you should be seeing
1453.
countdown screen, right?
1450.
Right. And then let's just get synced on my end so that the audience can see what's going on. And then we're going to get
All right,
started.
Elise, I want you to Burt Gummer this thing.
Probably perfect game.
Wait, what?
Burt Gummer this thing.
Okay, whatever you just said, Leonard.
You never seen Tremors?
All right. Here we go. Let's see.
Neither have I.
Okay, the wrong record.
Jazz from PDX is watching the house. Oh my gosh. You know what, Christy? I said Missouri for MS, y'all. That's obviously Mississippi, not Missouri. So negative 1
Hey,
point.
what's wrong
Negative-
with Missouri?
No, I just
Bone up
said-
on their nerdy trivia.
Yeah, geez, I need to study up my state abbreviations. Oh, classic. That's why I host Wiz Quiz. I don't answer the question.
Missouri is in O, Mike.
I know. No, stop talking quick. All right, negative 1 point for me. All right, everybody. You should see that first question, right? I don't know why it's not refreshing.
Click the correct answer, not the wrong answer.
Not the
20
wrong
points.
answer. What's the correct answer? That's definitely a test one.
Let me just get this set up.
Yeah, what would the answer be?
How do
There
you
we go,
come
there we
up
go.
with these questions?
Well,
Mike?
you know,
How do
I
come up with-
listen. I had to distract myself this week. Click the correct answer, not the wrong answer. What is the correct answer? All right, and here we go. This is worth no points, just a practice question. But is the correct answer A, the correct answer, B, C, or D?
I want to see how quick the people went, please.
I know. I don't know if we'll be able to see it here. And apologies for those of you watching at home. We're having some minor technical difficulties, not with the game, but with the display, so that all of you can play. So just hang tight. Give
Is
me
that
one more second.
word spelled wrong? It's so many times in there, it almost looks right. Answer is not right, right?
No, answer is right,
The
It
answer
looks
is
wrong.
except for A.
It's
A is the one that looks
Answer.
wrong.
That's how I know. Answer. That's
the
how I know
answer
it's
is
right.
wrong.
Somebody's been drinking Budweiser.
All right, there we go. It
That's
looks like,
Anheuser. Close.
looks like I finally got it, everybody. So let's see. Put that right there.
I still can't believe that Marty's not playing tonight.
I know,
This is
reigning
like a
champion.
relief.
Old jinx it. Old jinx it.
Reigning champion Martin Lloyd has
Well,
won.
it's too late now.
Well, we can actually see the leaderboard after all the different weeks, and he has a crazy amount from like the past 4 weeks of play. All right, it looks like the audience should be able to see the question now. All right, what is the correct answer? The correct answer, of course, was the correct answer. Great.
Yes.
Good job.
Correct answer.
Good job. Missouri. Missourians pronounce it Missouri. So just we already.
Depends on where you're at in Missouri.
Yeah, not all of them.
True.
Let's start that again.
I like to pronounce it because I lived in Jeff City for a while as Misery.
All right, here's your first real question, everybody. First real question. In a scene from 1997's Air Force One, Harrison Ford ejects terrorist Ivan Kushkunov from the presidential plane. What actor played the hijacker? This is sort of a fake presidential movie question. Here we go. Was it Rutger Hauer, William H. Macy, Tom Hardy, or Gary Oldman, who played the bad guy that Harrison Ford asked kindly to get the blank off this plane?
Oh.
I don't know why I'm keeping it a PC, but hey, all, fun fact.
I'm not even sure I got this one right.
Do you know that
guess.
you can get a PG-13 rating if you say the F word once, as long as it's not sexual, so if it's exclamatory. So this movie is PG-13, and they say the F word once. All right, let's see how everyone answered. Most people said Gary Oldman. Correct answer is indeed Gary Oldman.
Yay!
Man of
I
many
know
faces.
Tom Hardy wasn't,
Cheer if you got it.
hasn't been in it. Isn't that old?
Glenn Close is the VP.
Yeah, it's a good cast. Good cast.
Good film.
It's a good movie. That's a good escapist movie to kind of go back and wish that Harrison Ford was running for president.
Gary
All right.
Oldman is the modern day Lon Chaney.
Well,
I like-
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Definitely.
Dracula. He was Dracula.
who does he
All right.
play? Everybody.
Question number 3. In what dark fantasy Spanish film does the mythical faun and the mysterious pale man both appear? Is it Pan's Labyrinth, The City of Lost Children, Where the Wild Things Are, or Legend? In what fantasy Spanish film does the mythical faun and the mysterious pale man both appear? It
I
might
love
appear-
this movie.
So good. So good. This might
Creatures
be
made by Jim Henson.
Yeah. This might be
Yeah,
my
great
favorite
movie.
of this director's movies. Guillermo del Toro. Let's see how people
Oscar
answer.
there.
Most people, yep, said Pan's Labyrinth. Correct answer is Pan's Labyrinth, everybody. Nice job. Now remember,
Yes.
if you're watching and playing at home, just because the majority of the people got the answer right doesn't mean they necessarily were the fastest finger as well. So you do get decreasing value the slower you take to answer the question. You can see the points detract as it goes down. All right, here we go. Next question. Let's bring it on up. Question number 4. What 1994 sci-fi film spawned a TV series starring Richard Dean Anderson? Was it A, Alien Nation, B, Stargate, C, Starship Troopers, or D, 12 Monkeys?
Come on, Elise, you can get this one.
How do we always end up talking about one of the answers before we even get started?
It's so funny. We're all, it's
Because I'm here.
We're all fans. This is how we work.
exactly. No, you're right, Kelly. There's like we have a ESP we have a group mind of
Yes.
some
Here we
sort.
go. That's
Yeah.
better. I really do hope I got this.
All right, live answers. Most people said Stargate. Correct answer is Stargate.
Yes. Stargate.
Stargate
I've
SG-1. Yeah.
gotten this all right this time so far.
Wow.
Good job.
Nice. Remember, again, first, second, and third do get all the signed autos, but there is a very special prize. I didn't say the prizes up front, everybody, and I know I told you all in the background. But we've got some amazing prizes. 3 autos. First place gets all 3. Second place gets 2. And third place gets 1. I'm going to pop it up for the audience to see. You guys won't see it on your screen playing. But here you go.
Ooh,
Audience is what we got. We've got some signed autos from some of your favorite nerdy actors. Lucas Till, obviously from X-Men and the new MacGyver. Speaking of Richard Dean Anderson, what a segue there.
Yeah.
The new
Oh,
MacGyver
wow.
series, yeah. We
Yep.
have
Yeah.
Kylan Rambo from Teen Wolf, obviously the big one.
Oh,
Kylan
yeah.
Rambo. And Julia Jones, she was in the Twilight Saga, but she was also in last season of The Mandalorian. So she's in a bunch of nerd type. Yeah, she was in
Oh.
the. Remember the Village
I did
episode?
not know that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
the village. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So and there was some like
I love this new season of Mandalorian.
so good. And there were some
Marshall's
sparks
good.
there. There were some sparks between her and the Mandalorian, so you never know if she comes back. And then, last but not least, that's right, back for the return, everybody. Random Place is going to get a glow-in-the-dark Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Green Ranger action figure. Elise, how excited was your brother when he got that action figure?
Oh
Tell
my
everybody. Come on.
gosh. I swear, I thought he would attack me. I almost fell over when he gave me a
Well-
hug.
Elise, you're going to need another one so you could have Evil Tommy versus Good Tommy.
Oh, trust me. After that, he would not stop talking Power Rangers for like an hour.
That's hilarious.
I was like,
Next
something
thing
is
you
wrong
need is a
with
Dragon Zord.
Julie says, I love that show.
Oh, he has one. He has one already.
TRVN6 watching on Twitch says, I want that X-Men and Power Ranger. TRVN6, you just got to come to the next Wiz Quiz. Again, it's completely free to play, so you get prizes just for showing up and playing and getting ranked.
Speaking of
We
Power
have a lot of
Rangers,
fun.
earlier this week they had the cast from the villains from Power Rangers.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's not yet. Isn't it still coming up?
Yeah, November 14th. November 14th, we have Power Rangers
trust
villains
me, my brother made
coming
a
up
countdown.
from four of
My
the
brother
separate
made a
villains.
countdown
Nice.
for it.
And we might be, fingers crossed, we might be adding two of the very first villains from the Mighty Morphin era.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Except
so
for
Oh,
Lord,
my brother
God
will
rest his soul.
die. He will die.
me too. Yeah, not people. Yeah, that are around. All right, let's keep this rolling. Here we go. We'll do the leaderboard after 10 questions. Question number 5. 3 of these films were directed by Steven Spielberg. Which one was not? So be careful here. All right, 3 were, 1 was not. What are the choices? Poltergeist, The Adventures of Tintin, Amistad, or The Color Purple. 3 of these were directed by Steven Spielberg. Which one was not? I obviously didn't go for the obvious ones here, but some of his other films. There's a little bit of a trick. There is a bit of a trick in here. Not a trick, but a tough
afraid.
choice. Let's see how people did. Ooh, the answers are split across the board. Nobody knew. The correct answer, he wrote the screenplay for this film and was a producer, but he did not direct it, even though people think he did, and that was Poltergeist, everybody.
It was directed.
It was Toby,
Poltergeist was
wasn't it?
directed by Toby Hooper.
That was the trick. That was the trick one.
That movie ruined my childhood. It scared me for years.
They've been showing it. Oh my gosh. They've been showing it in like movie theaters because movie theaters have nothing else to show, and I wanted to go see it.
I knew he did Tintin. I knew he did.
Yeah.
Very underrated.
Yeah, Tintin's fun. All right, question number 6. What were the names of the creatures that were in the caves on Land of the Lost? We have Land of the Lost coming up this weekend.
Sid and Marty Croft, okay.
Yeah, was it the Sleestacks, the Flea Bites, the Sleepers, or the Mummies? What were the name of the creatures that were in the caves?
All about
Man, I used to watch this every Saturday morning when I was a kid.
Me too.
I've heard it's full of film, actually.
Julie said,
My brother did.
6 said he directed The Color Purple. What? Julie said, wow, I did not know that. All right, correct. Let's see how people answer. All right, pretty split. But the majority, not the majority, but most of the people said Sleestacks. Correct answer is they were called the Sleestacks.
Right.
Everybody.
I almost picked that one.
And as all my Wiz Quiz players know, but as people that are watching know, a lot of these questions are surrounding virtual experiences that are coming up. So we have the cast of Land of the Lost joining us this weekend, Saturday the 7th at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern time. So if you were a fan as a child, I know it was a very specific age range that were huge fans. I was part of it. So definitely check that out this Saturday. Free panel, but paid virtual experiences. All right, question number 7. What does an AU measure, an astronomical unit? What does it measure? Does it measure the distance between the Earth and the Moon, the distance that light travels in 1 year, the distance between the Sun and the Earth, or the distance the Earth travels in 1 year? Be careful. These are all very similar.
I might have got this one wrong.
Yeah, this
You're not alone.
Good question.
Yeah, the hardest part of this is they're all very similar. Similarly worded. Let's see how people answered. Most people said the distance the Earth travels in 1 year. AUs are in fact used to measure the distance between the Sun and the It's super specific. It's weird. Yeah. Very specific. All right. Hey, sometimes guessing is half the battle.
Wow.
It's
All right.
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Let's keep rolling. We're gonna British agent James Bond hit the big screen for the first time. So we're looking for the first James Bond film. Everybody, was it Casino Royale, Goldfinger, From Russia with Love, or Dr. No? A little trick. Sean Connery. Little trick in here. Yeah, R.I.P. Sean. That was.
That was so sad.
Yeah, it's crazy that like with everything that was going on, it sort of got missed that he passed away. And he was old, but
that was a sad day in my household. Very sad day.
Most people said Dr. No. The one trick in here a little bit is Casino Royale because that's the first story, the first book. But obviously the first movie was Dr. No.
Yep.
Well, actually, Casino Royale was released in 1955 for the BBC TV movie.
That's right.
And it was an American actor that played James Bond.
Then you had the 67 version with Woody Allen and Peter Sellers.
Yeah, that one's great.
Then 2006 Daniel Craig.
Wait, is Peter Sellers the one? Is that one also called Casino Royale?
Yes.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That one's so good. That one's hilarious.
That one holds up.
Oh yeah. All right. Did you see the news too that they're passing off 007 once if this movie ever comes.
Woman.
Yeah, that's all that I heard.
Yep. Yeah, I mean she'll take over the mantle of like 007, but I think they're gonna bring in a new actual James Bond as well. So
yeah,
exciting on both. Idris, keep my fingers crossed for Idris. All right, here we go. Question number 9. In June 2020, it was announced that Disney was developing a female-led spin-off of Pirates of the Caribbean with what DC Universe actress?
Oh,
Is
I
it
know this one.
Margot Robbie, Amber Heard, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, or Gal Gadot? What actress that has been in the DC extended universe is developing a female-led spin-off of Pirates of the Caribbean? TRVN6 says, I've realized I know nothing. That's okay. Hey, there's a lot of,
Wow.
we had a big range here. TRVN6, just come in and hang out. It's more of a hangout party, really, than trivia. All right, let's see how people did. Ooh, splits. Nobody knows this information. The only reason I know is because I'm a huge Pirates nerd. I'm so excited. We've got a lot of the original Pirates from Black Pearl coming on November 14th for a live virtual experience. Yeah.
What?
Martin Kleba, Lee Arenberg, a whole bunch of them. So I'm pretty excited for that. The correct answer, it was just announced with the same director of the Harley Quinn movie, because it is Margot Robbie, everybody.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
Margot Robbie is going to be in a spin. It actually makes a lot of sense, especially if I think she's going to be an excellent whatever
I
character
love
she turns
her.
out to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty fun.
I was
wonder what
her
accent
for
she-
What's that, David?
I wonder what accent she's
I
going
was
to
her
use.
for
I
Hall-
know.
I was her for Halloween. I was Harley Quinn for Halloween.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Which one do you do? Did you do the
Okay.
new, like, kind of
The
shiny arm
Suicide
one?
Squad one, the original.
Oh, okay, cool.
Why do
Or
I
the third
see,
Suicide.
Why do I honestly see this movie turning out to be a flop like the Gina Davis pirate movie?
Nice.
That's
nice.
Rhode
Do
Island.
not say that.
Throwback to, what is it? What's that called? Something Island?
That's Rhode Island.
Cutthroat
Cutthroat
Island.
Rhode Island.
I almost said Brokeback Mountain, but that is a different movie. Also. not the same.
That's a different pirate movie.
The movie that killed Matthew Modine.
Oh. Jennifer Garner, speaking of careers that ended, Jennifer Garner in which
Who?
low blow. Jennifer Garner in which of the following credit card companies want to know what's in your wallet? Is it Capital One, American Express, Diners Club, or Discover?
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Itachi.
I think I hit the wrong one.
Samuel L. Jackson loves this commercial.
He should. He's getting enough money for it.
Well, he's in everything.
Oh man, poor original Electra. Huh? The correct answer, most people say Capital One. We've heard the commercials enough. That is Capital One, everybody.
Yep.
Capital One. Julie Stevens says, I'm sitting here doing nerd trivia, and my husband and son are in the other room watching Russian dash cam videos. We know.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Videos are great.
I don't know what that is. What are those?
Russia, pop.
Like-
car.
Like cameras on
You
the
want to see
car?
bad driving? You watch those
Well-
videos and you'll laugh.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. All right, let's do one more question, then we'll get to the leaderboard. Here we go. Question 11. Here we go. We're doing some presidential history. We're talking presidents in the past. Presidential FDR spent the longest time in office, 4,422 days. William Henry Harrison spent the shortest at how many days? Kind of a guess here. So which short number do you think it is? Is it 111, 71, 151, or 31?
You know what? I should know this one because I used to live in Indiana.
Hey,
There
Joey.
we go. There we go. William Henry Harrison spent the shortest at how many days? 111, 71, 151, or 31. Let's just get to the correct answer. Correct answer is 31.
I got it right. Thank
Caught
you.
pneumonia during his inauguration speech.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Thank you, elementary
Guys,
school.
my brother, by the way.
All right, it's time for the leaderboard, everybody. This is where we reveal
Let's see.
what the current points are up until this point, and I move everybody around with that new Zoom feature to put the top 3 on top next to me. Current rankings after 10 questions. Here we go. Michael is at the
Ooh.
top, everybody, followed by Leonard and Jake. All right, Jake goes into the
where am
3
I?
spot.
Alright.
Leonard stays.
Oh, this is
two.
moved up.
Only 11
Well
points
done.
off the mark, so.
Michael heads all the way up to the top. All right, we got our
Didn't
top
do
3.
great that first
But as
round.
anyone who's played in the last week knows that Martin's just going to show up halfway through and still beat everybody in the final round.
Please do not say that.
I'll say it a few times if I show up.
25 to 5.
I'm in
So.
Very
nine.
dangerous
The
player.
points swing. The points swing super fast. It's 20 points a
Probably
question.
just
So,
watching.
yeah. All right, let's keep this rolling. Disney princesses Snow White and Cinderella likely had novocaphobia, a fear of what relative? This one's kind of easy, but I don't know. I thought it was fun. Grandfather, daughter, stepmother, or aunt. The novocaphobia is a fear of what relative? Your grandfather, your daughter, your stepmother, or your aunt.
I don't have this phobia. Thank you, Pornhub.
TMI.
I don't think Jonathan Crane knows this.
It's our first 100%
Please.
answer, everybody. Nice work. We always got to have one every evening. Good work, everybody. It all comes down to who typed it in the fastest. It was letter C, so you did have to read two lines down. So we'll see how that plays out in 10 questions. But here we go. Question number 13. Baywatch, that's right, Baywatch, has one of the most recognizable television songs, I'm Always Here. Who performed the song? Was it Peter Cetera, Jimmy Jamison, David Hasselhoff, or Bruce Springsteen? Who sung the theme song to Baywatch? While our players answer, just so you know, we have Baywatch starts
The singer
Baywatch this Sunday.
The singer is very popular in Germany.
Yes, and also did, fun fact, also did a redo, if you will, of the song for the
gotta be Bruce.
The Rock movie.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
It is Jimmy Jamison, everybody. Jimmy
What?
Jamison.
Oh my word.
Yeah. Let's see how people guess there. Oh, nobody guessed Jimmy Jamison. Yeah, it was the obscure name, not the recognizable names that time around. Baywatch this Sunday, everybody. Virtual panel and then live experiences in 2 weeks. Here we go. Question 14. We got all the voice actors from the original X-Men animated series this weekend. Who is known by their alter ego Nathaniel Essex in the comics? In the comics.
Oh my God.
Oh, I gotta show the answers. Is it
Unibrow.
Magneto, Apocalypse, Strife, or Mr. Sinister?
Come on, 100%. Come on, 100%. Come on, 100%.
See?
Who
Don't
is
jinx
known
I'll screw that one up because I have no
by
clue.
their alter
I
ego?
definitely just guessed on that
You
one.
remember when this was an Easter egg at the end of one of the X-Men films?
This shit.
Right?
Easter egg in
Disappoint
Deadpool
myself.
2, too.
Huh.
Yeah.
What's up,
Disappoint
Mr.
myself.
Poly BSX? Anyone who's just joining us, we're playing some nerd trivia. It's closed to jump into the live game, but you can always play in the comments like a bunch of our fans are. So super fun. Let's see how people did. Not 100%, Leonard, sorry. But majority get the right answer. That is Mr.
Hey.
Sinister.
What?
Mr. Sinister. And the voice of Mr. Sinister, Chris Britton, will be here this week. We talked to some of these folks a while back, but we added a ton more. We have the voice of Wolverine, Gambit, Beast, Rogue, Storm, Mr. Sinister, plus Morph, plus Larry Houston, the creator of the whole dang thing, will be here this weekend. They're also doing crazy, they're gonna all sign things. They're gonna all have a group chat. So if you're like a huge X-Men fan, it is definitely worth it. So check that out this Saturday for the free panel, and then in 2 weeks' time.
Unibrow.
Morph was such a great character.
Morph was so good. Yeah, he was played up very well in the series for sure. Question number 15. All right, 3 of these alien races are from Star Trek, but one is not. This isn't as well. You'll see when we see the answers. Daleks, Klingons, Vulcans, or the Borg. I know I scared everybody there.
Didn't we have this discussion like a couple weeks ago?
We did. I'm trying to see what people remember and then tweak it a little bit to.
All I can hear is Sesame Street. One of these things is not like the other.
I go through phases with question writing, and this week there's a bunch of these, 3 of these things, but not one. So just get ready for them.
Quick, let me get a plunger.
Let's see. Oh, 96.
Almost.
Wrong answer. It was the Daleks, obviously from Doctor Who.
Exterminate.
I'll remind you all watching at home, and I always remind my Wiz Quiz players, these are not in easy to hard order. They are just, I shuffle them right beforehand, so they come up
It's
as
all
they come up.
random.
It's all random. Question 16. What TV show starring Fred McMurray is the second
know this.
longest running live action sitcom in American television history? Is it Leave It to Beaver, Brady Bunch, My Three Sons, or Green Acres? What TV show starring Fred McMurray?
Another show I grew up on.
Yeah.
I remember this from the panel that happened.
I watched a lot of this too.
Had a great theme song.
I think it was on TV Land or something.
Banana.
Nick at Night.
Nick and Night, yeah. I
Nick-
guess that was before TV Land. It was just Nick and Night. We had actors from both. We had the Beav himself, Jerry Mathers from Leave It to Beaver, plus 3 of the cast members from The Right Answer this past weekend, My Three Sons. And their one-on-one chats are this weekend. So if you're watching now or live, you still have a chance to purchase those one-on-one chats with those.
It had a great intro. You had the theme song plus 3 animated tennis shoes.
Feet, yeah.
I
Pretty awesome.
swear I thought it was Brady Bunch because I knew you had a panel for that.
We did have a panel for Brady Bunch.
Yep, Barry Williams.
Yep, it's tricky. Mr. Poly BSX said My Three Sons. Nice job. Here we go. Question 17. Here we go. More X-Men. In the very first episode of the series, what do the X-Men save Jubilee from at the mall? Did they save her from the Sentinels, a street gang, Magneto, or Mystique? The very first episode of the series, what do the X-Men save Jubilee from at the mall? Before
The
returning
food
to-
court food.
Yeah.
Still the greatest cartoon series that came out in the 90s.
So good. Did you see Disney Plus released a trailer today, like a hyped up, like a new trailer for the series with like current action music? It's pretty fun if you haven't seen it. Let's see what people answered. I like throwing in Street Gang there because I feel like a lot of episodes of X-Men were just like very like down to earth, like oh, someone's robbing the bank. We need like mutants for some reason. But the correct answer is the Sentinels, right? In episode 1, everybody, they just threw a major.
Morlocks didn't come in until second
It's actually
season.
called Night of the Sentinels in the title, as I
Yeah,
recall.
yeah. They started like at a 10, which is why I think it was so great. They didn't spend a lot of time like, well, let's like figure out the X-Men. All right, question 18. Boxer and the greatest of all time, Cassius Clay, changed his name to what in 1964? Was it Sonny Liston, Joe Louis, Joe Frazier, or Muhammad Ali? We actually had a question in Wiz Quiz about a fight between some of these folks. That was an anniversary of a fight a couple of weeks ago. This is our
And Will Smith got called the greatest by him.
yeah, true that. As always in Wiz Quiz, we have a lot of nerdy trivia, but every once in a while we have our mandatory sports question of the evening, everybody. Mandatory sports question.
Well, there's nerds in sports.
There is. There's huge nerds in sports. All right, 87% said Muhammad Ali, and 87% of the people were right. That is question 18. Question number 19. I think this might be the final X-Men question. I'm not sure. Which of the following artists' take on the X-Men in the early 90s inspired the look of the series? So we're looking for the comic book artist that the series based their look on. Was it?
From the 90s.
It's a nerd. Yep. Joe Madureira. I always butcher that. Carlos Pacheco, Jim Lee, or John Byrne? Pacheco. Pacheco. Joe Madureira.
Well, this artist also created Wildcats.
Yep. Carlos Pacheco, or Jim Lee, or John Byrne. Ooh, it's me, PRL. I got it right away watching on Twitch. Let's see how people did. Correct answer is Jim Lee, comic book artist Jim Lee.
He created Wildcats. That's how I remember the art style.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Carlos created a Generation X.
Yep. Yeah, he was like part of that Silver Age, of all the comics coming back and everything. All right, question number 20. Hang tight there. There we go. We're back.
There we go.
All right, speaking of presidential history, which of these is not one of the constitutional requirements to run for president of the U.S.? Is it not being affiliated with, or must being affiliated with a political party, must have resided permanently in the U.S. for 14 years, must be a natural born citizen, or must be at least 35 years old?
Remember, we all majority of us do qualify for this answer.
we do.
I thought we were staying away from this.
Oh, shit.
I know. I was trying to have
Leonard,
some
why
history.
you had to say that after I picked an answer?
Oh, 65. A lot of people said 35.
I know, right?
You do have to be 35. You have to be 35 years. You don't have to be affiliated with a political party.
Costs $5,000 in your state to be a nominee.
Don't blame me. I voted for Kodos.
Question 21. Hey, speaking of like dystopian governments, 3 of these films are directed by Dutch director Paul Verhoeven of Starship Troopers. Which one is not? All right. Which one of these is not a Paul Verhoeven film? Is it Fifth Element, Showgirls, Total Recall, or RoboCop?
Oh, I know this one because they married the lead actress.
Nice. We have Starship Troopers this week. Casper Van Dien, Dina Meyer, Jake Busey are going to be here on Saturday the 7th. This is one of my favorite kind of cult classics. They do a great job of just sending up future society. Let's see how people did. A lot of people guessed Showgirls. That was in there as sort of the like, it can't be true, but it is. He directed Showgirls. He did not direct The Fifth Element, everybody.
Yep. Great job on RoboCop.
Luc Besson, which is he's also Luc Besson, another amazing sci-fi director, foreign sci-fi director. But yeah, Paul Verhoeven did Showgirls and has done a bunch of like those types of movies. I'm so excited, everybody, because I interviewed Gary Busey when we had him, and I'll be interviewing Jake Busey. So like, I'll have both Buseys on my list of people, and I just don't know how many people can say that they've interviewed both Buseys. It's gonna be interesting.
Two completely different people.
Oh, totally. I mean,
2 complete personalities.
I will tell you.
And I
this
love
about
Jake
Gary.
in the TV show, in the TV show version of Dusk Till Dawn,
Oh, my
really?
gosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
where he played Tom Savini's character, Sex Machine.
Nice. I've never even seen that.
Or the terrorist in Contact.
All right, here we go, everybody. Yeah, the Frighteners. I like the Frighteners, weirdly. Here we go, everybody. Current time for some current rankings. Let's see who sits up top. Let's see if we're going to be moving some squares around on my Zoom meeting. Current rankings. Leonard moves to first place. David moves back up into second. And John catapults into third. All right, let's
At least
you
that
can
was
see
15.
how quickly things change here in Wiz Quiz when there's a
I went from 9
200-point
to
swing.
19.
I'm
Just
so
as
sorry.
long as I don't hear
Not
Marty's
bad.
name anywhere near.
Well, I went from first to ninth, so
Yeah, first enough. A bit of a dive. Mike. Michael.
Oh,
That's okay.
Don't
Michael,
go
you
this
took
time.
my
It
spot.
happens. It happens to
As
everybody.
long as I don't hear Marty's name anywhere near mine, I'm good.
I'm gonna sign in next time as Martin.
Uh,
Maybe that'll give me luck.
keep your video
I
off.
keep hearing
Spelling,
Christopher
please
Lloyd say,
spell.
Marty, Marty.
Just keep your video off. All right, we're about halfway through, so let's keep this train rolling here. It's fast trivia, 50 questions. What was the most popular Halloween candy in 2019? The results are not in. They're still counting Halloween candy for this year. For
No,
20
this.
for 2020. But what
I
about
think
Too
I
soon,
think
too
that-
soon.
I'm breaking my own rule of like, let's not talk about. All right, 20. Let's talk about candy. Is it Hershey bars, Snickers, Reese's peanut butter cup, or M&M's? Hershey bars. Snickers,
Don't mess
Reese's
with
peanut
me
butter
and
cup.
chocolate.
These are
Just
all-
saying.
Regardless of the right
Yeah.
answer,
all
there's
sound
only
good.
one right
All these
answer.
candies are
Chocolate.
S-tier candies.
I know. I will let you know this.
S-tier
I,
candy.
I think this is like literally 1 through 4, and I can't remember the exact order, but I do know what number 1 is. Let's see how people did. Number 1 is indeed Reese's peanut butter
Oh.
cups.
Okay.
Is there any
Yeah,
other
that's how
candy?
they cook-
The only thing that comes
I
close to it is
literally-
Reese's Pieces.
Skittles does well. Skittles is the
I
most popular like
literally-
fruit candy, like fruited candy.
Well, all those
I
candies are just wrapped in the orange and black
literally
paper.
just had- I
Yeah,
just
they are
had a
all-
Halloween
That's true,
trivia.
Rob. That's true, Rob. They're very seasonal. They make their money off of their orange and black.
Yeah,
I,
maybe.
I just had a Halloween trivia, and that was
what
one of the
peanut
questions.
butter.
Oh, I knew.
Same.
What'd you say, Venus?
There's
Butter
no wrong way to eat a
peanut butter.
Reese's.
What'd you say, Venus?
I was saying there's a thing, they had the lovers Reese's. There's a chocolate lovers Reese's and a peanut butter Reese's. The peanut butter one is peanut butter on top of peanut butter and then chocolate on the bottom.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
I like those white chocolate ones they release sometimes.
Yeah, I like the white
Yeah,
chocolate
those are
ones.
good.
I like the
Those are
white
good
chocolate
too.
ones.
Pretty good, yeah.
All right, here we go. 23. Oh, this is a long one. What is the name of the now defunct late 2000s technology startup that fraudulently claimed to have a new rapid blood test that required an extremely small amount of blood? I think there's a whole documentary about this. Is it Theranos, Artigas, Stratotest, or Rapid Line?
Well, I missed this one,
Tech
but I know it
question.
was a woman CEO that ran it.
Yeah, they had a big. There was a big Netflix, I think, documentary.
I know I got this one wrong. I know it.
All right, let's see.
about time you got something
People
wrong.
said Stratotest. Correct answer is Theranos. Everybody.
Oh.
Theranos. Hey, if you got it wrong, it's only 3 people got it right, so you didn't move.
He had the bluff gauntlet.
Question 24. Remember the 5th of November. But do you remember the actor that played Guy Fawkes in V for Vendetta? Is it Hugo Weaving, Hugo Boss, Hugo Chavez, or Hugo Lorius? Kind of made this one a little bit easier than it needed to be.
Little bit.
I was
Thanks.
gonna.
Very,
The original question was, what is the name of like who did this person play, which would have been a little hard, but it was hard to differentiate. I don't know. All right, so
I watched the film earlier today. It's a great
Nice.
film. It holds up.
That's an underrated.
It's
I
happening
agree.
now.
It's so good. Hugo
Bradley
Boss.
Park.
Hugo Boss is a
Nice.
fashion person. Hugo Chavez is the Venezuelan. Prime Minister maybe. Hugo Lorius.
Yeah, I believe
is
so.
yeah,
Comparing
yeah, Hugo Lorius is a soccer player. So let's see how we did here. 87% said Hugo Weaving. Hugo Weaving is the correct answer. Hugo Weaving.
So you got
voice.
Lord of the
So
Rings.
good. So good. 25. What Hollywood film director helmed the famous 1984 Macintosh commercial? It was the very first commercial that introduced the Macintosh, and they're all famous directors. Who was it? Was it Martin Scorsese, Ridley Scott, James Cameron, or Steven Spielberg? This is one of those. I love this question because it's like this is trivia. It's very trivial information, but you're gonna remember it. And you're gonna tell everybody anytime Macintosh
They
comes
still
up.
play this commercial every now and again.
Yeah, they do like
Yeah.
a throwback to it. They do a throwback to it. RIP to a brother here. Let's see how people did. Ooh, split. It's split. Yeah, I mean, all great directors, but the correct answer is Ridley Scott, everybody. Ridley
Okay, that's what it was.
Scott.
You got to think Blade Runner. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, it is
Blade
very.
Runner.
If you go back and watch it, it's almost like it was like a commercial for that plays in one of the scenes in Blade Runner. It's very. No, it was the 80s, but. All right, here we go. Question 26. What Charles Dickens novel begins with the line, "It was the best of times, it was the worst of times"? Here we go. Some literature questions. Was it the Pickwick Papers, Oliver Twist, A Tale of Two Cities, or David Copperfield? What Charles Dickens novel begins with the line, "It was the best of times, it was the worst of times"?
Oh, shit.
Easy question.
I agree.
I don't know. Lisa just said, "Oh shit," so I'm not feeling.
What happened, Elise?
Here, Mom.
After this was a far, far better
I
thing I
clicked
do
on the
than I've
one
ever
I like
done.
the most.
No.
You just clicked on the one that you like the most. Correct answer
no.
is Tale of Two
Ah.
Cities. Tale of
I
If you
clicked
want a
on
question about
Oliver
David,
Twist.
if you want a question about David Copperfield, Twilight Zone episode starring Burgess Meredith.
How do you accuse a magician?
That's not the same thing.
Nice. Thanks again,
I
everybody
clicked on
who's
Oliver
watching.
Twist.
What'd you say, Elise?
I clicked on Oliver Twist.
I mean, it's a
Can I have some
it's
more?
a Charles Dickens novel.
Can I have some more?
It's a Charles Dickens novel. All right, question number 27. What 19th century American author is considered the inventor of the detective story and was an early contributor
Oh, I know this
to
one.
science fiction? Was it Herman Melville, Stephen Crane, Washington Irving, or Edgar Allan Poe?
I know this one. I know this one. I know this one.
Detective story, early contributor to science fiction.
Leonard,
Leonard
Another
Conan
relevant
Doyle.
question.
Jessica Harper
Leonard
playing
is a
Friends of Julie.
mood. I'm just saying, Leonard is a mood.
I thought you said Leonard is a moon, and I was like, what? Leonard's a moon.
No.
Let's see.
Mood.
A
Just
moon.
stand. MOON. That spells
Herman
Leonard.
Melville was Moby Dick. Washington Irving, which some people guessed was like Sleepy Hollow. But the correct answer is indeed Edgar Allan Poe. Edgar Allan Poe.
From
Stephen
Baltimore,
Crane's Scarecrow.
Maryland.
Telltale Heart.
Yep. Telltale Heart.
Raven.
Is so good. So good. Telltale Heart was like the detective. Was indeed the detective story. They
Not a
they
fan
drive
of
him
his
mad.
books, but I do know him, so.
All right, let's keep
Course
this
you
party rolling. Question number 28. Wherever they go and whatever happens to them on the way, in that enchanted place on the top of the forest, little boy and his bear will always be playing, is the closing line of this book. Back-to-back book questions, everybody. Is it Where the Wild Things Are, The House at Pooh Corner, All Creatures Great and Small, or A Bear Called Paddington? Wherever they go and whatever happens. I know, a little tricky. I put some answers that could be all the answer. That's the point. Little boy and his bear will always be playing. Closing line of what?
This
Book.
was a childhood book of mine, so.
Yep. There were some tricky ones in there. A couple bear and monster or type references. But the
Oh,
bear and the
no.
little boy at the forest that's sort of your big clue is the capitalized
Where the
forest.
Pooh.
Right.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a proper
because-
name now.
It's a proper like place in Winnie the Pooh. So the House of Pooh Corner, everybody.
100 Acre Woods. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
And
got that one
Paddington was
wrong.
more interested in marmalade on his toast than he was playing.
Yeah, he
You
didn't.
had to put pants on.
He like bounced
Wait,
around Paddington, right? I feel like he didn't stay with one boy.
Wait.
I feel like
He
Paddington
was
kind
holding
of
on to a.
cheated on his boy a lot and always had different boys.
He was holding
Paddington's
on
a
to a
great film,
bear
though.
and
Nice
a
way
wild
to
thing.
think about it.
Pooh stuck with with Christopher Robin. All right, here we go. Question 29. Which of these? Here we go. Is another not, everybody. Which of these is not one of the seven wonders of the ancient world? Which is not? Is it the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, the Great Pyramid of Giza, the Lighthouse of Alexandria, or the Great Wall of China? Remember, this is the ancient world. There are modern wonders as well. But which one of these is not one of the seven wonders of the ancient world? Hanging
Oh,
Gardens of
this
Babylon,
one's easy.
Great Pyramid of Giza.
Not really. I
Lighthouse
mean,
of
Oh, okay,
Alexandria.
I guess so.
What is with me now?
All right, there's some tough. These are some hard questions. Ooh, it's split, everybody. Most people said Lighthouse of Alexandria. The correct answer is the Great Wall of China.
Oh, that is a great one. So
Yeah.
wonder.
that's-
When they talk the ancient world, they're talking about the Mediterranean.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's
okay.
Colossus of Rhodes too.
yeah, that's the tough trick answer because you want to say that's
As soon
part of
as
that.
you said modern, I knew I got it wrong.
Yeah.
soon as
I
you
tried.
said
I
that,
tried to throw
Mike.
in a last-minute hint, but it was a little too late for some folks. All right, let's do 2 more questions, and we'll get to the leaderboard. Thanks everybody again who's playing in the chat. Julie says my sister Jean would get that wrong. She loathes Winnie the Pooh. Who loathes Winnie the Pooh?
What?
What is wrong with you?
Well, I'm more of an
Say
Eeyore
it.
guy myself.
Yeah,
Sadist.
that's true. I mean, I
Who
get.
has a
Send a
problem
Heffalump
with
after
Winnie?
them.
He's a little pretentious, you know what I mean? He gets his way all the time, and he's very.
You guys see
lazy.
they all have different mental health disorders
Yeah,
too.
They do. I mean, that's like a fact, Rob. I think the AA Milne, am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Did that on purpose, and it was like more of a study of psychology through.
Yeah, Eeyore, depression, Tigger, ADHD.
Yep. Which side-scrolling Sega video game allows you to play as characters Adam, Axel, or Blaze? Here we go. Throwback to the 80s, everybody. Or maybe 90s. This might be 90s. This might be 90s. Was it Streets of Rage, Altered Beast, Bad Dudes, or Golden Axe? Which side-scrolling
Man.
Sega video game allows you to play
I
as
played this
This
game a
is
lot in
not my
arcades.
day.
That's for sure.
Adam, Axel, or Blaze? Yeah, it was arcade too. So not still made by Sega, but not just for the Genesis.
They had a villain character named Andre that looked like Andre the Giant, but in pink tights.
Golden Axe, another popular side game. I love Golden Axe as well. But the correct answer is whatever 50% of people guess. Streets of Rage.
Altered Beast and Bad Dudes only had 2 characters. How many did Golden Axe have?
I think Golden Axe had
2.
4. 4?
What are
No?
they?
Oh, was it-
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had 4 characters. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
another.
Wasn't Blaze on like rollerblades or something?
The only click
No.
on C is me.
That's all right. They
I'm
sound
so
at least they sound like bad dudes, so it's okay.
They do look bad dudes.
They do sound like.
Yeah,
Sound-
Bad Dudes and Narc were featured in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original movie.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
keep an eye out. There may be some cast members from the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie coming up. Just saying.
Oh, cool.
That's the other perk of being in Wiz Quiz is you get all the spoilers. Of people.
Nice.
Wow, I love Ernie Ray Davies.
31, celebrating a milestone. Here we go. Is your second Sega question. Anniversary in 2020. Sega was founded in what year? This is kind of like just guess a number, but no, it's a round number, everybody, because that's when you celebrate anniversaries. Is it 1950, 1980, 1970, or 1960? When was Sega founded? TRVN6 says Sega Genesis rocked. Hey, all right, here's a good battle, everybody. Sega versus Nintendo. Sound
Nintendo all the way.
sound off in the
Nintendo.
comments.
Atari.
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
It's all right.
Sega, just because of the Yakuza games.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm Nintendo all the way. I'm Nintendo all the way.
I played 2 Sega games. It was Sonic and something that was a baseball game that somebody
Oh,
made.
that
me
game was
play.
good.
Hardball.
I had to have them both.
I
Yeah.
can't wait for the next
I do like
Yakuza game
PlayStation, though.
next week. I like Sonic. That's
Oh,
why
yeah,
I had to
that's
have
pretty
Sega.
That was a great film, though.
Sonic was awesome. Sonic was
Sega.
awesome. And then they brought Sonic over to Nintendo, which was a weird moment. I was like, what's
Yeah.
happening? What's happening? All right, everybody, it's leaderboard time. Drum roll.
Wait, let's see the answer to this.
On your
Hey, what was the
chat.
correct answer?
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Correct answer
Sega
is
turned
1960.
years old today.
60.
Oh,
It's old.
Oh.
It
It's
was on my
What they did for
10.
20 years before the Master System came out.
old. Yeah, true that. All right,
Well,
here we go.
they, like Nintendo, did something else before that, so.
Current
Oh, yeah.
rankings. Leonard stays in first place. John
Right.
is second. All right, only one little
Oh,
flip
Oh,
flop
I'm
there.
well,
Oh, 4 points.
Only one flip flop. Let me see who's.
4 points.
Let's see how. Oh my gosh,
Okay.
yeah, only 4 points. Let's see how close fourth is. This thing scrolls super annoyingly.
Oh, wow. Leonard's way out. in front.
Hecker in
That was
fourth
really-
place. Jamie in fifth. Rob in sixth. All right. It's a close match though, because there's a ton of people within range. So still a bunch of points to go.
Oh, why?
And now
I
here
went
comes
on-
Marty.
And now
I
this-
went from 19 to 22. I'm ashamed of
I'm sorry. I'm
myself.
sorry, Elise. All right. Age of Ultron. Ultron makes his body out of what metal? Is it adamantium, vibranium, ethereum, or byzanium? Adamantium, vibranium, ethereum.
Any
or
Marvel fan should know
byzanium.
this.
Yeah.
Very, very
You
underrated
have to
film.
be careful. There's one little Marvel.
Well, there's a lot
trick
of
in
Marvel
there.
fans that always get confused between the two metals.
Exactly. I was gonna say
Exactly.
there's one little Marvel trick in here. See, most people said, but a couple who said adamantium. Adamantium is Wolverine. And all those guys. Vibranium is what they're trying to get.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda.
Yep.
Or unobtainium.
Rest in peace,
unobtainium.
Chadwick.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unobtainium.
The works of what American sci-fi author were basis for Blade Runner, Total Recall, and Minority Report? Was it Robert Heinlein, Philip K. Dick, Ray Bradbury, or Paul
one
Anderson?
book question I finally know.
All great authors, though. All great authors.
This answer was about 2 months ago.
We talked about it like the backwards way. We said this author in this specific book was the inspiration for, I think it was it Minority Report or Total Recall? Later, I can't remember. And we also know who directed Total Recall. See, look at this. We're learning all together. Correct answer is Philip K. Dick. Philip K. Dick.
Philip K.
Dick. Dream or Electric Sheep.
This is not my night.
Which Total Recall movie is the best?
Way to go, Dick.
I haven't
Gotta
seen
go
it.
with Schwarzenegger.
I haven't seen the new one, but I love the old one. All right, this is very small on my screen. Michael Douglas. We're looking for his co-actor. What actor stars as Michael Douglas's love in An American President? Was it Annette Bening, Gina Davis, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, or Robin Wright? All have been in. Some of these have been in political movies, but which one, or political TV series? But which one plays Michael Douglas's not first lady, lobbyist, Sydney Ellen Wade?
You know, I'm surprised you didn't add Sigourney Weaver in there.
Yeah,
as an answer.
Yeah, to kind of trick people.
That was Dave, though. That was Dave.
That is Annette Bening, everybody.
I love Dave.
Annette Bening. Dave's fun. All right, Dave's the one where he got it's like the twin, right? Because the real president is in coma or something. All right.
Yeah.
35. The CBS sci-fi show Lost in Space was inspired by what 19th century novel? Was it The Swiss Family Robinson, Robinson Crusoe, The Time Machine, or Gulliver's Travels? I love all of these books, and I think all of them could fit and be the inspiration. But there's one.
Well, anybody that's seen the show or the movie automatically knows what this answer is.
Yeah, it could be B, but B has really nothing to do with it. But yeah, if you're going based off of the name of the family is the Robinsons, and as in Danger Will Robinson. Robinson Crusoe is about a castaway, though. Swiss Family Robinson is actually about a whole family that gets stuck on an island. This island happens to be space, so the correct answer is Swiss Family Robinson.
Disney used to have a whole theme in their Disneyland about Swiss Family Robinson.
Yep.
Actually, they have a Walt Disney World still.
Yeah, it's still it's near Tom Sawyer Island, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's like the Tarzan thing.
Who wrote the score for A Nightmare Before Christmas and also performed Jack Skellington's singing voice? Was it Michael Bublé,
All better get
Danny
that.
Elfman,
King Street.
Chris Sarandon, or Tim Burton? Again, some tricks.
I know
in
this
there.
one. He came
Only had 30 days of this film, so.
to my haunt last week, and I got to hang out with him.
What? That's pretty sweet. That's pretty awesome.
But I still like Marilyn Manson's version better.
What if it was?
I got to sign
the Marilyn Manson cover
laser
is
disc
so
that I
good.
had of Knights of the Oingo Boingo movie.
Oh,
King Street.
Probably B.
Boingo is his band. He's basically the go-to composer for all of Tim Burton movies. Chris Sarandon was the speaking voice, so that's the little trick there. But the correct answer is Danny Elfman, everyone.
Yep.
Danny
Every time I hear
The soundtrack to Darkman as well.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I'm kind of like happy that two people voted for Bublé, just because I think that's fun.
He
to
came
think
in
about.
the same time as the Amazing Jonathan last week.
Oh man,
Zachary Jonathan's awesome.
Y'all, Zachary Martin.
I thought since
Zachary Martin on Facebook says, if I was playing live, I would definitely be in the top 23. So, rude, Zach. Rude. How dare you call it?
Join us next week and we'll see.
Yeah, ooh,
Next week is
Or not next
That's
week.
Danny's
but-
next week.
2 weeks.
so.
2 weeks. 37. The Willy Wonka Candy Company, later bought by Nestle, includes Everlasting Gobstoppers, Volcano Rocks. Anyway, the real question is, based on the book by what author? Was it Roald Dahl, Dr. Seuss, E.B. White, or Maurice Sendak?
Also,
and this author just
Who
recently
wrote
had a
Twilight?
movie that got rebooted for HBO.
Oh, you're right. And then this movie was also rebooted by the last director, and it was not very good. All right.
It was scary.
I enjoyed it though. I enjoyed it.
There's cool parts. There's cool parts of it, but it's hard to top the original. You know?
I have
Gene
it.
Wilder. Yeah.
Correct answer. Obviously, E.B. White is Charlotte's Web. Dr. Seuss is Dr. Seuss. Maurice Sendak, Where the Wild Things Are. Correct answer is Roald Dahl, and Leonard was, of course, was that Leonard or Brian in here?
That would
I saw
be
the-
the
I
Witches.
saw the other day that
Witches.
Dahl hated the Wilder version. I can't believe that, but
He hated it. You said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
he
it
ate
was
so
like
much he
a-
didn't-
I think it was a similar Stephen King Shining thing where it was just like there were so many like subtle changes at the time. You know what I mean? But-
Yeah.
I hated the original Witches also.
Hmm.
Yeah,
They
I was
changed-
just about to ask.
Julie says there
still
was
need
just
to
a
see
Tim
that,
Burton
the
question
new
on
one.
Jeopardy. All right, the new one. Oh yeah, I haven't seen the new one yet. You're right. We rewatched the old one because it's a classic. But
Yeah.
in 2020, 3 of the 4 strongest currencies in the world all share what name? All right, 2023, the strongest currencies in the world all share what name? Is it euro, dinar, pound, or real? 3 of the 4 strongest currencies in the world all share what name? Dinar, pound, real, euro. Some of these sort of eliminate themselves because there's not necessarily 3 different versions of them, but see, people are thinking about this one. Most people said the euro. The answer is, in fact, everybody, the dinar. The dinar.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
The strongest currencies right now, and I'll tell you which ones they are. In order are the Kuwaiti dinar, the Bahrain dinar, then it's the Oman Rial is 3rd, Jordan dinar is 4th, the pound is 5th, so pretty close. The Cayman Island dollar, the euro is 7th. Guess what, everybody? The franc is 8th. The U.S. dollar, number 9, way down at number 9.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Surprised we even made the top 10.
But Canada's 10th. Canada's
There we go.
10th. Yeah.
Oh,
Those are the
Canada.
best. Those are the best currencies. But yeah, the Middle East is crushing it. All right, here we go. 39. What was the first non-English language film to win the Oscar for Best Picture? It was the first non-English language film to win the Oscar for Best Picture. Was it Parasite, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Roma, or The Postman? Il Post, not
Might get this
Kevin
wrong.
Costner as the Postman, but Il Postino. Il Postino.
I'm gonna be disappointed. I am a awards show junkie.
All right, you
so
better know
I'm
this
gonna be
then,
ashamed of
Elise.
myself if I get this wrong.
You better know this. Well, at least what'd you say?
I said Parasite.
Correct answer is Parasite.
There we go.
First one. All the other ones did win different awards, but that is the first non-English language film to win the Oscar for Best Picture.
Such a great horror movie at that too.
I
Yeah, it's good.
Was.
Question
Tiger
40.
won foreign language, not best picture.
Yeah, exactly. That's the tricky part. Which of these books is not part of George R.R. Martin's Game of Thrones series? Is it A Clash of Kings, A Taste of Treason, A Feast for Crows, A Storm of Swords? Which of these is not part of the Game of Thrones series? We had some Game of Thrones actors. We've had a bunch of Game of Thrones actors. I think this is our 3rd panel. Was this past weekend, but it was super great to see a bunch of them. They're doing their one-on-one chats this weekend and their autographs and signed recordings. So if you love Game of Thrones, definitely take advantage of that. All right, let's see. Correct answer is A Taste of Treason, everybody. A Taste of
Hey!
Treason.
Elise got that one right.
You know what else is not
Ah.
part of the Game of Thrones series? Winds of Winter, because he hasn't finished.
I
yet.
swear.
I didn't want to put that in there because it would be sort of one of
I
those tricky
swear.
answers. But let's be honest,
I
it's really not.
almost changed my answer to D.
I'm
I
still
almost
holding
changed
out
it.
hope because of how disappointed the end of the series was. I'm still holding out for those books, but I don't think they're ever coming.
Yeah.
Hey, the last
Which one was first?
Last season was when they spotted that water bottle on set. That was the highlight of the season.
Oh my god.
Oh, look.
All right, here we go. One more question, and then we'll get our final 10. Here we go. The Olsen twins. What are their first names? That's right. This is where we've sunk to here. What are their first names? Is it Kate and Mary? Is it Mary, Kate, and Ashley? Is it Mary and Ashley, Kate? Or Kate and Ashley? Be careful. Be careful.
I messed up.
What are
I know
the
this.
twins' first names on full?
Without thinking.
I grew up watching.
You should have
them,
put
so-
Elizabeth in there just to throw
It's
them off.
Mary Kate
That's true.
and
That's
Ashley.
true. That's true. That would have been a fun throw-off answer. Let's see
It's
how people
Mary
did.
Kate
Oh,
and
we were
Ashley.
so close. We were so close. Mary Kate and
Yeah.
Ashley Olsen.
I messed that one up.
Boom. Let's check out that leaderboard.
All
Winner.
right.
David takes over
Olsen.
second from
Cool.
John. Kiker's still close for
Ooh.
4th. Who else we got? Come on,
At least it's
scroll.
getting there.
We're still on 20 seconds.
We got to do our random place prize. Don't worry, that's still coming up. Jamie's still holding tight in 5th, and then Elise all the way to 6th place. Oh my gosh, nice. I'll have
Hey, here's
over
good
400
time.
points. 400 points. All right, here we go. Like I
Hey,
said,
there's 2 Elises?
50 questions. Yeah, there's an Elise with a Y, Elise.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one.
Elise is awesome. Elise asks a lot of great questions during our panels. I've seen Elise before with their name. All right, just like always, Wiz Quiz, 50 questions, 50 minutes, everybody. Here we go. Let's keep going. Way longer than that. But I like to set goals for myself and just know that they're gonna be broken. All right, final 10 questions. Who's gonna take home the top 3 spots? Here we go. 3 of these animated films are by Disney. One is not.
Animation.
Is it The Black Cauldron, Emperor's New Groove, Shrek, or Sleeping Beauty? Which one is not a Disney film? Not.
Go.
And all
This
these
should be
movies are
easy.
really, really great. You gotta give one of them time because it's very, very dark and edgy, and I love it. I don't know why people hate on it.
It was just not. Yeah, it came out at a. It was unexpected.
It was bad timing.
Unexpected. Most people
I
said
love
Shrek.
this movie
Correct answer
so
is
much.
Shrek. That is DreamWorks.
Yep.
Everybody.
I love this movie. I
In
love
fact,
that
it was
movie.
Jeffrey Katzenberg who was part of Disney. This was his first film to stick it to Disney.
I believe on the Oscar too.
Well,
Yeah. Question number 3.
But I believe everyone should watch Black Cauldron.
Black Cauldron is if you like animation, it's a cool. The animation's great. It's still hand drawn.
Even Emperor New Groove too.
Which of these statements
John
about the
Booth did
One
that when
Ring
he did
is a
America.
lie? Which one of these is not one of the things they say about the One Ring? Is it reveals an inscription if heated? It was forged by the Dark Lord Sauron. It is made of mithril, or it makes the wearer invisible. Which one of these is a lie? Lord of the Rings. It reveals an inscription if heated. It was forged by the Dark Lord Sauron. It is made of mithril.
one ring
it's-
to rule them all.
You know, not to
Well,
be
we're-
existential, but since how the whole thing is fiction, they're all technically lies.
How dare you? -1 point. -1 point for Kelly.
Yes.
Come on, Kelly. All these things are truths to us. Come on.
I love Lord of the Rings,
I
but
know. It's not made of mithril, everybody. Not made of mithril. Mithril is the dwarves like armor type thing that they make. All right, let's speed through this. Veterans Day. Oh my God, I can't read that. Occurs on November 11th. It commemorates the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918. That signaled the end of World War I, but it was originally known by what name? This is obviously a holiday that's coming up. Was it originally called Armistice? I can't say it right. Armistice Day?
Armistice?
Armistice Day, Memorial Day, VE Day, or Remembrance Day?
keep going.
Armistice. That's hard. Say that 10 times fast.
Those
Armistice.
movies are
That.
Armistice.
Armistice.
The S is silent. It's Armistice.
All right, let's see how people. Most people get Armistice. Remembrance Day. Good guess. That is what it's called in Canada and
Yep.
the UK. But in the veteran that started in. It's Armistice Day, everybody, is what I'm trying to get to. I just can't even get to the word. Armistice Day was the original
You
name.
just don't want to keep saying it.
Hey, everybody. So I know Veterans Day is this Wednesday, but on Monday the 9th, we're super excited to have cosplayers that cosplay pinups. So you remember when they used to do like the pinup photos in World War I and World War II. We have some cosplayers that sell a calendar to support veterans. So definitely come if you're watching this.
that's cool.
Yeah, come check us out. We're on Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have them on just for a fun little chat, and then they're going to be raising money for veterans, for Veteran Association. So we're excited to have them on board. All right, here we go. Rolling ahead. 50 questions, 50 minutes. All right, question 45. Superheroes Are Everywhere is a children's book written by which of these women? Superheroes Are Everywhere. Is it Ruth Bader Ginsburg, R.I.P., Jill Biden, Kamala Harris, or Michelle Obama? Superheroes Are Everywhere is a children's book written by which
All
of
queens.
these?
All of them are queens.
All of the queens. Oh, Julie Stevens Fornero says, my grandma was a pinup girl. Awesome, Julie. Julie, you should come to the panel. Again, the panel's on Monday. All right, so all these are very close. You just would have to kind of know the answer. Take a guess. Let's see how most people said Michelle Obama. That's the obvious guess, but the correct answer is Kamala Harris wrote Superheroes Are Everywhere. Children's book. All right, question 46. What word for a short period of time was originally defined as the time it takes for light to travel 1 centimeter in a vacuum? So it's a slang word now, but it was originally an actual unit of measurement. Was it blink, moment, instant, or jiffy? Which one of these words was originally used to describe the time it takes for light to travel 1 centimeter in a vacuum? A blink, a moment, instant, or a jiffy? I know. There's another fun, trivial bit of information, everybody. All right,
Reminds me I need to get an oil change.
there you go. Boo. -1 point for Leonard. No, I'm just kidding. Most people said blink. Blink's definitely a good guess. But the correct answer is it was originally called a jiffy. Isn't that cute? I just picture
picked that.
I picture like a 1970s room of scientists like just being like, oh, that was 2 jiffies, everybody. And,
I thought auto mechanics invented the
Almost
word.
did that.
Yeah.
One jiffy. Oh.
Peanut butter.
1 jiffy.
Peanut butter, yeah.
Oh, man, the memes with the count today, I love.
Oh, those
that's
are
awesome.
adorable.
So good.
They
so
are
good,
great.
So good. All right, here we go. 47. Which of these is not one of the suspects in Clue? Which of these is not one of the suspects in Clue? Is it Professor Plum, Mrs. Peacock, Colonel Mustard, or Dr. White?
Ooh.
Yeah, there's a trick. Not a trick, but again, it's tricky.
I love you, Tim Curry.
Aw.
Can I wait
still
to
up.
see the reboot of this?
Yeah, when is the when are they doing that? They're doing Rocky Horror.
I
I think,
remember
or
when.
reunion or something, right? All right, let's see what most people put. Oh, 96%. Yeah, it's Mrs. White, not Dr. White, everybody. Dr. White is your answer. Question 48. From whom, what, or where did the Columbia portion of District of Columbia originate? From whom, what, or where did the Columbia portion of District of Columbia originate? Is it Christopher Columbus, Columbia Island, Columbia University, or the Columbia River? From whom, what, or where did the Columbia portion of District of Columbia originate?
I have a feeling this is a trick question. What's coming up?
Yeah, it's just one of those, like, you don't realize it, and then it's like, do you go with the obvious thing, or do you go with the land thing? It's Christopher Columbus, everybody.
There we go.
Everything else has to be named after someone.
Yeah.
Because it's next week.
Oh, Jazz says they did Rocky Horror on Halloween. That's what it was. So they just did it this last weekend, Rocky Horror. All right, 3 questions to go. 49. After forfeiting his title as world champion, what American chess grandmaster defeated Russian Boris Spassky on this day in 1992? Was it IBM's Deep Blue, Bobby Fischer, Botvinnik, or Jose Raul Capablanca?
Oh, I love the
Hey,
movie
Mike.
based on it.
Yeah. What's that?
Hey, Mike, do you know the date
The
in
date?
that year?
Oh, it's today. It's on this day. So I didn't write. Oh yeah, it's today.
Oh,
Happened today. Yeah. So it's
Are you searching for the answer?
yeah, right.
no.
Oh,
Just expose yourself.
I'll tell you
No.
this.
You got to look for the reflection on the
Bobby
glasses.
Fischer came out of hibernation for this chess match.
Yeah, it was called like the Revenge. I forget. It was like Revenge of the something or yeah.
Where is Bobby
He
Fischer?
went into like
Searching for Bobby
serious-
Fischer.
Yeah, he went into
Yeah.
serious like depression for a while and like kind of hit himself after he lost the first time. But then he won and had his redemption. It was an unofficial match, but official, for him. All right, question.
I was 9 months
50.
old.
What is the moniker for a new wave of non-physical digital currencies that are completely computerized and anonymous due to a distributed electronics ledger to enforce security?
All should know this.
Virtual currency, cryptocurrency, e-currency, or digital currency? What is the moniker for the new wave of non-physical digital currencies? Two currency questions tonight, everybody. I must have been on I don't know what page I was searching on.
funny.
Yeah.
Mike, what happened to the Smallville questions? I would know those.
Yeah, sorry. We don't have the Smallville panel this week.
I know.
Yeah. All right. Correct answer is cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency. And here we go,
Clark
everybody.
Kent has to stay away from this.
Yeah. Oh, nice. I want to get a bonus point for that.
No problem.
All right.
No.
Final question of trivia. Final question of Wiz Quiz, everybody. Wiz Quiz. When you Google it, it comes out. It's a urinary test, but that's not what we're doing here tonight. We are playing questions.
Oh, okay, good.
50 questions. Here we go. Last question. What film is widely remembered for having one of the Hollywood's greatest car chases with Steve McQueen behind the wheel of a '68 Mustang? GT. You're right, at least. There's a lot of I went kind of older questions this time around. Bullet, Thomas Crown Affair, Nevada Smith, or The Getaway? Final question, not necessarily the hardest question, not necessarily the most known question,
I love this movie.
but it has a
Answered it
great,
wrong.
famous car chase scene.
The essence of cool.
Yeah. I didn't put Smokey and the Bandit on there.
Can you get any cooler than Steve McQueen? Honestly.
Okay.
Lightning McQueen.
Correct answer. Oh, don't even bring up Cars. Don't bring up Cars. Don't bring up Cars movie.
I
I
love
Got it right. You dodged this one.
I love Pixar and I hate Cars, but I'm just gonna say that.
Oh.
What?
I don't know. It's something about it doesn't fit in the world. They're like cars in Cars world. All the rest are humans, and then the things in life. Anyway, that's a different conversation for a different.
All right.
All right. Here we go, everybody. Thanks everybody for playing here. Thanks everybody for watching. We know there were other things you could be watching. An important decision-making process known as the Bachelorette episode was on tonight, and I know a lot of people.
Last place, baby.
I know a lot of people didn't watch The Bachelorette tonight and came here instead, so I appreciate it.
I missed it again?
Yeah, they moved it.
That's what the DVR is for.
TVRN6 asked, how do I join next time? It's super easy to join. Just head to the Wizard World Vault. It's wizardworldvault.com, and we post it each and every week. We should be posting tonight or tomorrow the link for the 19th. We're taking 1 week off because next week on the 12th, Bruce Campbell is hosting trivia.
Last man
standing.
standing.
It is intense. It's over 200 people. We might double that number this time. But it's like over 200 people just whittling down Survivor style until a top 10. It's very difficult.
It gets hard.
Super,
it gets
yeah,
hard.
but it's fun. But it is a paid experience. So if you want to be in a Zoom room with Bruce Campbell and just listen to all of his, the good news is even when you get kicked out of the game, you get to sit there and listen to Bruce just kind of like tell his story.
Yeah.
So that's part of the fun of it. And that's what you're paying for, really. So definitely take advantage of that next week. But then free Wiz Quiz is back in 2 weeks. As a quick reminder to everyone, the prizes tonight, I'm going to flash them on the screen there, are those autos plus a Power Ranger. Let's spin my wheel here and decide.
Where's the scores?
which place-
Wait, we gotta see the
I know.
scoreboard.
I'm going to see what random place is. I'm going to see what random place is going to be before we reveal the final score. So the winner, very loud in my ear. All right, it's going to be 13. Unlucky number
Lucky
13, everybody. Unlucky
Dude,
number
number 13.
13
Is not in
is
the
our
order, though.
random place. So that random place is going to get that glow-in-the-dark Power Ranger thing, figurine. All right, here we go.
Whoever gets it is really awesome because it is really cool. My brother turned his on like a couple days ago. It was really cool.
Cool.
All right, here we go. Thanks everybody for playing, for hanging out. Here we go from last place to first place. 286 is Laura Cook. 318 is Elise with an I. 339 is Haley. 344 is Sophie K. 353 is Than for Gop. 364 is Diana. 386 is Courtney. All the rest have 400 or above. 411 Speedy 97. 452 BSB Biggie. 451. 452 is Coco. 452 as well is Coco. I said that right. 454 is Brian.
I don't see a
462
ranking.
Kelly. I know. I'm saving it for dramatic effect. 481 at least with Hawaii. 483 Michael. 502. Here we go. Everyone else had 500 or above. 502 Mama V. 503. Is that you, Venus? Nice. What's up, Mama V? With 503 was Rob. 506 Nikki. 517 Jake. Here we go. 5th place and above, everybody, with 548 points is Jamie Moore. Let's hear it for Jamie, everybody.
All right, good job, Jamie.
With 564 points is Kiker. Where's Kiker?
Missed it by one. All right.
Oh, that was Keith.
Good deal.
Keith down there.
Good deal.
What's up, Keith?
Not much. How you doing?
Not much. Yeah, good job. You were super close. Third and second place both had 600 plus. First place had over 700 points today. Over 700.
Good job, first place.
All right. In third place with 625 points, we'll reveal it for everybody to see, is David. John takes second with a narrow 628 by 3 points, and Leonard has a commanding first point lead with 713. So I just got to do one switch here.
3 points. Good job, John. Good job, Leonard.
You too. There, and then let's get
Good
Jamie.
job, guys.
There's our top 5. Congratulations to everyone else. We forgot about 13. Who's in 13th place?
I am.
Brian.
Brian Nussbaum, you get the congratulations. You are our random place of the night, and you get that Power Rangers action figure. Thanks everybody for playing tonight.
Freaking awesome,
Woo,
Brian.
this was a nice break. I appreciate you all for taking 2 weeks off and coming out and hanging tonight. Thanks everybody for watching. This was Wiz Quiz. Again, join us in 2 weeks' time for free. Join Bruce Campbell next week as a paid experience. We've got some amazing panels coming up. I mentioned a lot of them throughout the chat, but X-Men, Starship Troopers, and Land of the Lost on Saturday. Baywatch on Sunday. Pinups for Vets on Monday. Last Man Standing on Thursday. Then next week, we've got the Pirates of the Caribbean panel and plenty more coming up. So continue to follow us at Wizard World on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Follow me. My name is Mike G. I'm often hosting and moderating these things. At Mike G Does Things. I like to talk and get DMs, so don't feel bad about that. On Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Wave goodbye, Wiz Quiz players.
Woo!
Congratulations.
Good game, everybody.
Hey.
And we'll see everybody next time. Bye, everybody. See ya.
Take care, buddy.